What's going on, guys? Austin from TheGameBase here, welcoming you to every Super Mario Party minigame ranked. That's right, all 80 of them. Let me just open this up by saying this is my personal favorite games. This is in no way the definitive list. This is in no way even right. This is just what I feel. If your favorite minigame is for some reason on the bottom, who cares? Like what you want to like. Tell me what your list is in the comments. I would love to know. This is just my personal list. Please don't get offended by it. I just wanted to say that right off the bat. I'm not just going to be ranking them from 1 to 80. There's a bunch of different categories of minigames in this game, and I think the fairest way to rank them is in the categories the game presents them in, which is free-for-all, 2 vs 2, 1 vs 3, co-op, team, and rhythm games. So anyway, I'm going to do it that way. So without further ado, let's get into the free-for-all games. Number 30, Don't Wake Wiggler, one of the most visually interesting games in the entire game, but in terms of the game, it's not very interesting. Number 29, Lost in the Shuffle. We've just seen this a million times before. Number 28, Rumble Fishing. Feel for the hardest rumble and pray to God that you're lucky. Number 27, Metal Detectors. Dig up coins when you feel the rumble. Not very interesting. Heir to Fortune, an interesting idea, but not that fun to play. Number 25, Follow the Money, your pretty standard obstacle course. Number 24, Lightning Round, collect coins, don't get hit. That's it. Number 23, Timing is Money. Not interesting in premise, but you can actually time this pretty well if you're good enough, so that's why it's a little bit higher. Number 23, Trike Harder, a very weird use of motion controls in the game. Number 21, Barreling Along, you just roll. That's it. Number 20, Snack Attack. It's just Coney Island from Mario Party 5 except with popcorn. Number 19, Precision Gardening. This one's actually pretty interesting. It takes some pretty intricate timing, but it's not very interesting visually. Number 18, Soaker Cloak. We get one of these every Mario Party. You shoot your opponent out of the arena and that's it. Number 17, Absent Minded. Although pretty bland in design, it's actually a pretty cool premise. Number 16, Stake Your Claim. Another one that's not very interesting visually, but is a great idea for a minigame. Number 15, Can Take Pancake. Man, this one makes me hungry. Maybe that's why it's so high. I don't know. Number 14, Spearmongers. I'll let Jesse from Breaking Bad tell you why I like this one.
Yeah, bitch! Magnets! Oh!
Number 13, Senseless Census. We've seen this in past Mario Party games, but I really like this one. Number 12, Cruisin' for a Bruisin'. This one's really fun. All you do is run away from these guys, but for some reason I find it intense. Number 11, Fuzzy Flight School. You use motion controls to avoid the fuzzies, and it actually takes a decent amount of skill. I really like this one. Number 10, Feeding Frenzy. You shake a little bit to throw it into the lower one's mouth, and you shake a lot to throw it into the higher one's mouth. The motion controls work really well on this one. Number 9, Trip Navigator. This one's really fun and takes a lot of skill. Yeah, we've seen stuff like this before, but I always like this kind of minigame. Number 8, Social Climbers. Takes a decent amount of technique, and if you can look past the embarrassing motion you have to do for it, this one's pretty fun. Number 7, Gritter and Gauntlet. I hope I pronounced that right. You just basically don't get hit by these guys. It's pretty basic, but pretty fun. Number 6, Looking for Love. An incredibly simple idea, but it's actually very difficult to do in the game. It's a lot of fun. Number 5, Rattle and Hum. One of the best showcases for HD Rumble that I've seen thus far. Really fun. Number 4, Looking Sharp. Another fun idea that shows off the Joy-Con and takes an incredibly steady hand. This one's really fun as well. Number 3, Candy Shakedown. I love feeling all of the individual things with the HD Rumble. This one's so cool, and I love just frantically shaking the thing and hoping it comes out. Number 2, Sizzling Steaks. This was the one that I saw in the trailer that I really wanted to play. It's a lot of fun, and it makes me hungry too. I think I'm hungry. Maybe that's why it's so high. Number 1, Slapperazzi. This one is incredibly funny simply because of the pictures that come out of it. It is awesome, takes enough skill, and I really like this one, and it's my favorite out of the free-for-all games. Now on to the 1 vs 3 games. There are 10 of them. Number 10, Dust Buddies. Big vacuum versus 3 smaller vacuums. Collect the dust. That's it. Number 9, Block and Load. Big cannon versus 3 smaller cannons. Knock the stuff off. That's it. Number 8, what a racket. Definitely the coolest of the 3 smaller things versus 1 big thing minigames, but it's still that general idea, which I think is a little bland. Number 7, bopping spree. 1 person is on the inside while the 3 are on the outside. It's a really cool idea, but I think it's a little weighted towards the 1. Number 6, sign still deliver. Nintendo getting with the times and going with the drone technology. The 1 player controls a drone while the other 3 have to go on foot. Really cool idea. Number 5, dart gallery. I really like the idea of having to corner the 1 with your shots before actually shooting him. Number 4, drop shot. You play tennis and you try and kill people. It's pretty fun. Number 3, drop quiz. A really cool idea that's executed good enough. This is one that I was looking forward to playing when I got the game. Number 2, smash and crab. I love the idea of a robot controlled by 3 different people. It's really cool. Number 1, off the chain. It's like that 1 battle minigame from Mario Party 4, except a human is controlling the chain chomp. Maybe it's my Mario Party 4 bias showing, but I really love this idea. Now on to the 2 vs 2 minigames. There are 10 of them as well. Number 10, Maths of Glory. Get this math out of my Mario Party game. But it looks cool. Number 9, making faces. I like the idea, but I've seen it before. Number 8, juice box. This one makes you think, but the presentation is just so bland. Number 7, nutcases. Pretty cool use of the HD rumble, but it's not the most fun game in the world. Number 6, fruit forecast. I really like the way this one's set up with people from each team being in a different position. It sets up for a very fair and competitive game. Number 5, perfect fit. This one is so fun to play with another human and it really shows off the Joy-Con once again. Number 4, dash and dine. It's like Mario Party's take on Overcooked. I really like this one. Number 3, pie hard. You can't look at this and not love it. Mario characters throwing pies at each other? Come on. Number 2, Tall Order. I really like the way this one is set up aesthetically, and the idea is really cool too. Seeing how tall you can make it takes a lot of different strategy. This one's pretty deep and really fun. Number 1, Toe the Line. Just an incredibly creative and simple idea that is so frustrating and fun to play with actual humans. Now on to the team minigames, which there are 10 of as well. Number 10, Lit Potato. We've seen this before. Number 9, Hammer and Sick'em. You just hit your opponent's balloon and hope yours doesn't get hit. Number 8, Get Over It. It does take a pretty good amount of skill, but the premise is basically just press A and jump over things. Number 7, Pull It Together. I love that they're bringing back the A-tapping minigames. I loved them in the GameCube games. Number 6, Half the Battle. This one's pretty cool aesthetically and has a good enough premise. I just found that in the game, if people have more allies than you, they're pretty much guaranteed to win this one. Number 5, Robo Uprising. This one just looks so good aesthetically, and I just love the idea. It reminds me of one of the games from Mario Party 4. Number 4, Bumper Brawl, a new take on the N64 classic Bumper Balls, and this one doesn't end in a tie every time. Number 3, Train in Pain. You have to hit your opponent from the back in order to do a hit on them. It's a really cool and fun minigame. Number 2, It's the Pits. The timing on this one is so interesting and very hard to master. I really like this one. Number 1, Just for Kicks, a cruel reminder as to how long it's been since the last Mario Strikers game, and it shows what Mario Strikers might look like if it was actually made by Nintendo and not Next Level Games. Now for the co-op games, which, surprise, there's 10 of them. Number 10, Net Worth. Takes a decent amount of cooperation, but it's pretty obvious when you're supposed to pull the net up. Number 9, Go With the Flow. This one's not that interesting to me, and it kind of drags on for a bit. Number 8, Home on the Ring. You throw boomerangs at pokies. That's it. Number 7, Penguin Pushers. This takes me back to my time in Orden Village and Zelda Twilight Princess. It brings back good memories. Number 6, Sort of Fun. That name pretty much sums up everything about this game. Number 5, Fireplace Race. I like the idea and it's very spooky, which I like. Number 4, Suit Yourselves. This one takes a lot of cooperation when playing with humans. We found ourselves getting screwed up a lot. Number 3, This Must Be the Way. Once again, my Mario Party 4 bias showing because this is identical to one of the Mario Party 4 battle games, except this time you have to work together. Number 2, Minor Setbacks. I really like the idea and I like the execution too. Takes a lot of cooperation when playing with humans. Number 1, Fetch Quest. They just nailed this one in idea, in presentation, in everything. This one is really fun. And now for the final category, rhythm games. I'll let you take a guess as to how many there are. Number 10, Wiped Out. You clean windows, which that's not fun. Number 9, Strike It Rich. This idea is just so obvious to me. I don't know, it just didn't take a lot of creativity in my eyes. Number 8, All-Star Swingers. Just another cruel reminder that we've not gotten a Mario baseball game since the Wii. Thanks, Nintendo. Number 7, Take a Stab. You're on a pirate ship stabbing fruit with pirate ships in the background. I like pirates. Number 6, Clearing the Table. We all get to live out our dream of being a magician. It's awesome. Number 5, Rhythm and Bruise. Not gonna lie, this one was moved up a couple spots on the list just based on Monty Moe's reaction to hitting his brethren. He's terrified. Number 4, Baton and On. You are active throughout this entire game and it's pretty cool. It also helps that I nailed it. Number 3, Fiddler on the Hoof. I love that it shows who's in the lead based on how far ahead the horses are. A really nice touch. Number 2, Pep Rally. This one requires a lot of focus. Recognizing these patterns is really fun and interesting. I really love this one. And number 1, Time to Shine. If Waluigi, the best dancer in the Mushroom Kingdom, teaching you how to dance can't make you happy, then that's it. You just can't be happy. Thank you so much for finishing the video. I really appreciate it. What'd you think of my rankings? Let me know in the comments below. Also, for more Super Mario Party content or just Nintendo content in general, please consider subscribing to the GameBase. Anyway, I think that's all I have for you today, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.